Hello, I'm Micks Mowers and Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In this video, have you just dragged your lawnmower out of a shed and it just absolutely point blank refuses to start? You might give the old carburetor a bit of a clean, even spray some carburetor spray into the cylinder head or through the carburetor, and it still just won't do anything at all. Then this sort of video could get you out of a pinch. It's a really simple and really common problem with lawnmowers that happens every single year. Within 3 or 4 minutes, I could get up and running again. So let me show you the lawnmower now, what it's been doing. I've had this lawnmower running for about 35-40 minutes, but it does have this fault. So let's get down and dirty. Let's get the lawnmower outside, show what it's doing, get it back inside, show you how to fix it. Right, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon. We just had relatives round because it was my sister-in-law's birthday, and she's popped round for her birthday, a bit of cake and what have you. But I've got this lawnmower here now. I have just cut my grass today. Now, I shouldn't have cut it because it's absolutely soaking wet, and I mean soaking wet. Even too wet to walk on, but I've been trying to get some videos done, and it's not been the easiest at the moment. So this lawnmower here, this is one I use to cut the lawn. Honda Izzy, and what it's doing is it's just refusing to start. So there's fuel in it, and I have had it running. It's cold now, because it was running about 3 hours ago. So here you go. It all runs. But no matter what you do, the lawnmower just refuses to run. However, if you put the handle in, give that a tweak just there, it runs. Now, every time you just pull the handle in, and like I say, quick little tweak, click. Let me show you how to fix that, because now and again, this machine will do it. When you empty a grass bag, go to restart it, it won't start. Absolutely frustrating. Let me show you how to fix it. We can do it in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so lawnmower's now up on the bench. Now, I'm going to show you what the problem is before we repair it, okay? So a quick 10 mil. I'm going to remove the 3 nuts in. Now, you don't have to do this, okay? But I just want to show you the reason why, okay? So 3 nuts off the top coming off here for the pull cord. And luckily they all came off without removing any of the studs, which is always a good thing. I'm going to remove the recoil assembly, and then I'm going to remove the tank assembly, okay? Bring it all the way back, just tip that back out the way. But this is just for your information purposes only, okay? Right, now, following on down through, let me just take it off the old perch, just so I can bring you in, so I can show you what's going on, okay? Off the top of the handle, you've got your dead man's handle, which goes onto a cable, which runs all the way down into this little assembly here, onto a little tiny switch system here, which rocks backwards and forward, which acts as your flywheel brake and also activating your micro switch. That then in turn has a little tiny cable that goes all the way around under onto your coil, right? And then that is what, when you open this switch up, that is what activates your coil, which sends a spark information to the coil, to the plug, to say, spark, I want to start, okay? That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So what happens is you activate the lever at the top of the lawnmower, this one just here. You activate that, right? Now what's happening is, as you activate that lever, this little tiny arm will rock, okay? And that'll take the brake off the flywheel. And then just down in here, see the little tiny U piece, the little piece of metal just sat just there, okay? That's a little tiny micro switch there, and when you close this switch up, when you activate it, it closes that up. And you should hear a click, right? Hear it click. Nothing there. Not activating. Not activating. So what's happening is when you open this switch, when you activate this switch, it's not actually sending the signal to this micro switch, which is that noise there. Hear that noise? So that switch there is what is actually telling it to start. Okay, now, if you don't hear that click noise when I activate the handle, that is saying that switch is not breaching. Sometimes it will, hasn't there? It says it did, but it didn't. See, there, see? It's not doing it, right? So now, you can do 2 things. You can either bend this little tiny piece over so you get a bit more of a bend on it. You can try and bend that, but you won't be able to do it really. You can try and bend this little tiny arm just here, which is a good little fix in its entirety. Ideally, the entire fix actually is to replace the cable, which will cost you around about 13, 14 quid. But you've got to wait about 2 or 3 days, right? But the easiest way to do it actually is, now I'm going to get stung here because I've got a special little tool that I always use off my friend Brandon, of which I can't locate, but I'm going to try and locate it for purpose of this fix. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, can't find it. So Brandon, you've got to send me a new mower tool. I can't find the other one. He only sent me one, and it is absolutely vital to my machining, but I can't find it. So there you go. So if you haven't got a mower tool, then you can just use a pair of pliers, which is just as easy. But I like the mower tool. Turn this round, and you'll see here. There's 2 little tiny arrowheads just here. Okay. Now all you have to do is pinch them together, okay, and then just get hold of this cable. It's easy with the mower tool, of course. Get hold of it and then just pull that back, like so. Once you have that pulled back, okay, you can then remove the cable from here and off of its little purchase place, just there. Just remove that, okay. Now this cable, you can actually untwist that, okay. You can twist it on and off, okay. So that's all the way home. So I recommend about 3 or 4 twists, revolutions, about there, which gives you that little tiny gap just there. See, that's where it used to be, and that's where it is now. Now, if you push that back onto there, pull this back, put it back into place, when we now activate this lever, you'll hear the click. Ready? So every time now, that lawnmower will guarantee to start, because you're getting that click noise, whereas beforehand, it was all the way back here, like so. And when you activate it, it wasn't doing it. So a quick little turn, about 3 revolutions you want, full revolutions, not half. 3 revolutions, should be about there, as long as you've got enough cable in there. And then, click, click, click. There you go. Now you can put that back together onto its studs. Get your pull cord. Put that onto there. Now the fellow I got this mower from, he was actually a lawn care guy, and he's actually now packed up. He's now stopped doing it. He's doing other things now. But he said to me that the lawnmower choke wants looking at. He said the choke wasn't working. Now this is an automatic choke on this machine, so I was a bit curious as to how he figured out it was actually the choke that was a problem. He said it's an absolute blinking pig to start, but in all honesty, it's not actually a pig to start at all. It's just literally the cable on the mower had actually just stretched. That's all it was. So I say a complete repair on this would be a brand new cable. It would have been nice if they gave you an adjustable cable. That would have been great, but they didn't. So let's get this lawnmower now back out onto the old garden, and we'll try and fire it up, see what happens, and hopefully now that it actually clicks, I can hear it, and that's the noise you want to be hearing for. If you don't hear a clicking noise, then that means the switch is not making contact, which tells the spark plug it's never ever going to work. So let's get it out on the lawn, try and fire it up. Right, let's have it out. Let's have it out. I've got to get all this lot done. It's been so wet, guys. Oh, it's absolutely doing my head in. Right, are you there, right? Right, let's put the old bag on. So, this may also give you a no spark sort of feeling, because obviously the switch is not being made, so therefore it won't be sending a spark down to a signal to the coil to say create a spark please to the spark plug. So lots of people get confused with this same fault that it's actually a coil fault. It's actually not. So now, even if I just go very gently over here, you want to hear that click. There's a click there, and I've still got a good ½ inch before it makes contact to the handle. So I know even if you do this, which is common over here, sometimes it's best to do it over this side, okay, because you get more leverage. But so many right-handed people, not for those lefties, put it like this, not like that. So now this should start first time. So handle operated, I heard the click. And that now stopped and start the machine, and it will restart it again because I heard the click. So So there you go. That's how to fix your lawnmower. If one, you just dragged it out of the shed and it just refused to start, even with a carburetor spray, it's still refusing to even fire. That could be your issue. So there you go, quick little video there on how to get your lawnmower up and running. If you don't hear the click, it's never gonna start. Just remember that, click, start. No click, it ain't gonna go. So if you just dragged your lawnmower out of the shed, or if you're halfway through mowing, you empty your grass box out, put it back on and it refuses to start, that could be a reason. It could be a coil, but one of the reasons I would always check first it's making contact with that micro switch is because otherwise it could be quite expensive for you to replace a coil for about 25 to 40 pounds. When you can just repair it just with 3 little tiny twists of a cable and away you go. So hopefully that video does help you out. If it did, give us a big thumbs up, hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell, set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. So I look forward to seeing the episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon, but between guys and girls, much more importantly, take her easy.